As another season is upon us, we are very pleased to officially announce Kyle Raftis as the new general manager of our program.
One Kyle has departed, another Kyle has arrived. 28-year-old Kyle Raftis has been named the new general manager of the Soo Greyhounds, coming to this team from the Ontario Hockey League office. Kyle, first of all, maybe take us through the process, how it came about quickly. Maybe the timing right into training camp wasn't the greatest, but how excited are you to be in Sault Ste. Marie, and just explain how it got here?
You know what, I couldn't be more excited about it, and a lot of, you talk about is there short time, but you know what, I think even if it was a month ago, I would just been, counting down the days till training camp here, so I'm ecstatic about being here in the Soo, and obviously looking forward for the guys hitting the ice here later in the week.
You're a former player, so you know how the system works. I know the OHL has changed since you played, but what's your main priority as far as dealing with the kids? Obviously, you played in small communities. Sault Ste. Marie is passionate about their hockey. Do you take a lot of stock in the kids being involved in the community?
I think it's a huge part. I think when a community can be proud of a team on the ice, obviously there's going to be wins, there's going to be losses, and I think, especially just speaking to a lot of people in the Soo here, they're a pretty educated hockey community, and you see that pretty quickly. But I think it's a huge part when you can intertwine both the hockey, the on ice, the off ice, and just the community as a whole. And I think it just means everything when you're moving on, whether it's a playoff push or anything like that when you have the fans behind you.
Sheldon Keefe's had a pretty successful run in his short time here as a coach. Maybe describe your relationship with him and where you guys sit on philosophy.
You know what? I was kind of talking about this earlier. It was really refreshing when you speak the same hockey language, and it sounds like a weird term, but at the same time, when you start talking with someone, you get a real understanding on where they're coming from on it. So far, it's been great all the way through. I'm sure there's always going to be little things along the way, but for the most part, I think we really share a good blend of philosophy.
How about the team's expectations? I'm sure you've studied the roster. You and Sheldon have gone over things. Where do you see this team finishing this year, or maybe what would you like to see them do this year?
Well, you know what? For me, I'm just looking forward to a really highly competitive training camp. I know that we kind of kept the numbers small for the most part because there aren't as many open, spots as usual. So I'm going to kind of, I'm cautiously going about, looking at expectations moving forward in the league. But at the same time, hopefully we're going to have a great training camp and come out of the gate, really well. And then, hope for the best along the way.
Raftis has signed a 2-year contract with the Greyhounds with a team option for a 3rd year. For Go Sault Ste. Marie, I'm Gino Cavallo.